I am Ludo Mortuus, and I've been tattooing for almost 4 years. I started when I came to Australia, which was almost 4 years ago. Well, I was always interested in drawing and illustrating, and when I went to uni, I did graphic design and illustration. And I sort of didn't really know what to do with myself. And I was always interested in tattoos, and I always loved them because I got my first tattoo when I was like 15. So, it's always been there. It's always been a part of me. My tattooing style would be, I guess, some sort of horror black work, I guess. It's just kind of hard to put a name to it. So while I'm tattooing, the pressure is usually not there because I am at my most comfortable while I'm tattooing. However, sometimes it depends on the customer, how their mood is, because that affects me, even though they might not realize it. Seeing my completed work on someone, it's an amazing feeling, like someone's got my art on them for ever, unless they laser. Hopefully they don't. But yeah, it's weird. When I first started tattooing as an apprentice, you sort of have to tattoo yourself because you need to know what you're doing. So I was the first person I ever tattooed, and I fucked up. My hand slipped because I had too much Vaseline on one part, and it turned out fine. It's just there's a little line with a dot just coming off of it because I slipped in that section. Then I sort of told myself that I would tattoo myself every year, just sort of to see how I was going. So as an artist, you're always trying to better yourself, and so whenever I see a finished piece, I'm really happy with it, but I can always break it apart and just pick the things that I can improve on for next time, if that makes sense. In this day and age, there is always constant judgment from, certain members of the public. But yeah, it's usually older men who they walk up to you and they go, such a lovely young lady, you shouldn't do that. It's like, so just because I'm a woman, I shouldn't be doing all the things that men can just go on and do. Like the older ladies that I've come across and I've spoken to or have come up to me haven't really had something bad to say about him. They just sort of compliment it and go like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And I sort of take it as a thing, like when they were younger, they couldn't really do this kind of stuff because it was viewed really badly back then. So now I think if they see somebody like that, all they think of is, oh, awesome, they can finally do whatever it is that they want to do. What do my parents think of my job? My dad always says, if you're happy, I'm happy. So I'm happy, so he's happy. And yeah, my mom's fine with what I do. I actually tattooed her last year. So they're so glad that I'm doing what I love and I'm having a great time. But they still keep saying, don't get any more tattoos. And they still keep asking me, why do I have so many? And they keep saying, but why on you? It's like, I like tattoos, but why do you have to get them? It's like, well, it's my job because, I like them, so I want them too. It just makes sense. So I am leaving Australia in 3 months, and I will be going back to Europe. Basically, I'm just gonna hop around until I find a studio that fits me, and hopefully that's not gonna take forever. The most enjoyable thing about my work is, when I'm actually working and just tattooing, and I get to draw every day and, put those drawings onto somebody's skin. It's just, it's not really work for me. I would never want to give up this job, and I would never want to, switch careers or do something else, because this is, my dream. Yeah, no way I'd want to do anything else.